Morning guys, welcome to another video. Sun's shining again today. I've had a cracking couple of days, 2 or 3 days of really nice warm weather, so I'm going to get down this morning and make the most of it, get some stuff set into the ground, do a bit of tidying and things. So thought we'd start by just having a quick look, because quite a lot of stuff's moving out of the outhouse now, and the greenhouse has been put back outside. So thought we'd have a quick look at what we've got. And then, like I say, get down to the plot, get a few bits done, get a few things sown directly into the ground, and then obviously come back and get a few more bits sown as part of the succession. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so there's no action on the cucumbers and the squashes, dwarf French beans that were sown last week. To be fair, like I say, it is a bit early. It's, just shy of a week that they've been in. See, the flowers have moved, so the most of the dahlias, they've been outside, they've been potted on, so I'll show you those. Tomatoes, these are the Lazetto, so these will be going outside on the plot, looking really good, looking really well. They're out of the house now, so they're actually in the lean-to. I did do some more tomatoes as well, some San Marzano, which will go in the greenhouse. Sweet corn sown last week, the Fiesta and the Northern Sweet is starting to do well. It's all starting to come. That's the dahlia from seed. Some of those have gone out, so again looking well. There's the sunflowers and the lupins. Still got the celery there at the back. And obviously the leeks are doing really well again now. They're looking well. So like I say, there's a bit of space in here now, so need to start doing some successional sowing. So we'll get on with that this afternoon. Okay, so here's where most of the flowers have gone. In there we've got some of the poppies, got some of the dahlia in there as well, and obviously some of the gladioli. So that's that was potted on yesterday. Looks well. It's going to stay in the garden, this one. And then at the back is just everything in there from seed. So we've got the marigolds, again a couple of dahlias in there as well. So nice just to get things out of the lean-to and into pots. So hanging baskets have also been done. Got some calendula and some Livingston daisy in the first one, and the second one is basically just filled with night scented stock. Really nice smell in that one, so wanted to put that quite close to the door, so get a lovely smell from that. So that one's got 2 of those done, and then down in the pot on the floor, that's just going to be all zinnia. So as I mentioned, there's not a lot left now. We've got the spring onions still there, pumpkins still a bit early obviously for those. This is the mixed tray, so we've got cabbage, we've got celeriac and celery, all doing well. You can see the cobra have started to show, as of the blue lake at the back. Zoom in, you can see. So they've took no time at all to germinate. Broccoli and cauliflower doing well. There's some more of the poppies, which I will get out at some point. And moving down, more cabbage. So that's Golden Acre, and there is the greyhound. Sprouts are doing well since I transplanted them into bigger pots, so I'm going to look to get a couple of those in the ground today. I'm going to risk it and just see how they get on. And then right down at the bottom, they're the Swede best of all. Okay, so down on the plot now, it's warm, but it's going to rain today, so we need to get a few bits done as quickly as we possibly can. Rain's coming over at dinner time, so it's 8:30 in the morning now, so a good couple of hours should get a few bits done. So start by having a quick look, because there's been some action since last time I had a look, so we'll have a quick look before we get going. I was worried about moving the fruit trees, but they are coming into bud now. It's It's not really focusing there, but yeah, it's doing really well. The flowers are all setting, so I don't think we'd have any problems with this, to be fair. It's looking good. Some good growth on the cheap one from Wilco's as well. That's looking well. These are the sprouts that I brought down. Brilliant. They've just been out for a few days now just to see if they survived. So if they did, they're going to go in. You can see the first sign of potatoes. They're the Sarpomera in the first bucket, but the rocket, they're doing well. So another week or so we'll be earthing those up. So they're doing great. Rhubarb, which was split, doing good. We're starting to get the flowers. See a little bee there on the gooseberry. He's enjoying it. And then still doing well, all the sweet peas, so no problems there at all. And at last we've got purple sprouting broccoli. So this is it's not far from ready to be picked now. Obviously that's at the top. All the way down there's some real nice side shoots as well, which are developing on the biggest, but even on the smaller ones there's still going to be a crop. So really pleased with that. Waited a long time for that to come, but it's looking really well. The peas are all doing okay as well, obviously protected from the birds, so no problems from them. They're doing good. And the strawberries are really starting to bulk up now in both beds, doing really well. So is the rhubarb. So yeah, doing really good. Really happy with those. Broad bean, the Sutton, again doing really well. And we've got the aquadults over in the corner, again doing really well. So no losses, no problems with those at the moment. Covers have had to come off those because they were literally touching the top. The second sowing of peas as well, doing really well underneath the cloches. And that's both sides. If you remember on the previous video I put in 2 rows. So yeah, pleasing to see. No loss on those either. So the great garlic. So there's the elephant garlic just in the bottom right. Normal garlic is doing well, and also the golden gourmet shallots doing good. I'm really pleased that the onions are still with us as well. So I've checked underneath all the cloches and they're all okay. So even after the really bad weather, winds and snow and everything that came after I planted them out, they're still doing well. So they're obviously all underneath still the three cloches. Did get another row of shallots which were cheap when I went to B&Q. These are Red Sun. They've been in less than a week, so nothing happening with those as of yet, but yeah, they were just cheap, so we just thought we may as well get them and get them in, because we do tend to eat. Oh, there is some action on that one. We do eat a lot of these, so. Okay, so that's just a quick look at plot 1. Doing really well, really happy. It's amazing, 3-4 days worth of sun and things just start to change, and you know, things just come to life. So plot behind me is obviously where we're going to put the brassicas. So I've started to dig out at the top there, just behind the blue bucket, a space for the sprouts. I brought 9 down with me, so I'm going to put a row in, and obviously I'll show you how I'm going to do that and then probably use one of the cloches just to cover over the top. The onions seem to be fine now, so I'm quite prepared to risk taking the cloche off one just to protect the sprouts, because obviously the pigeons love those. So we'll get those in, and then maybe look to get some beetroot or some carrot or parsnip set in the bed next to the onions. So we'll crack on. Okay, so I've turned the soil over just in this top section. What I'm going to do now is just break it down, make it nice and fine, and then look to get planting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is dig the holes and leave about probably 60 centimetres between each plant, because they do take up quite a bit of room. So just going to dig out the holes. Okay, so that's the hole dug out. What I'm going to do is, to the bottom, is just add a handful of the 6 times fertiliser, just as a bed for it to sit on. And then obviously what we'll look to do is get the Brussels planted on top of that. So I'm going to do that for each hole, just one handful of the 6 times before putting the plant in. So these are still quite small. There's only 5 true leaves instead of 7, but you know, there's a root system there, and to be honest, I've got so many of them at home. It's worth a try just to get a few in. So case of just obviously sitting the plant in and then just bringing around. So literally planting down to those first set of leaves. Right, okay, so there's the first row in the brassica bed, and they are Brussels sprouts, and the variety is brilliant. So they've gone in, they've been firmed in really well, obviously like you need to do with Brussels, well, all brassicas really. So we'll leave them out in the open. I'll get them watered in, and then tonight I'll just cover them in one of the cloches, just make sure the pigeons don't get hold of them. Okay, so next to the row of shallots that I put in last week, the red sun, this area is going to be for roots. So really want to get a few things in the ground now while the weather's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out another trench, kind of like I did with the potatoes, with a view to making sure the ground's all broken down when I put it back in. So I'm going to dig out a long trench, break the soil down, put it back in, so it's nice, loose, firm and fine. Get rid of as many stones as I can, and then from there we'll look to either get some parsnips or some carrots put in this row. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the soil now. Like I say, I've just dug the spade depths down, spade and a half down, tilled all the soil, so it should be quite free. So what I'm going to do now is just put in the trench, then get the seed sown. So when sowing seed like parsnip and carrot, I do like to fill the drill with a little bit of compost. So I'm just going to go ahead and just drop that in across the ground. So when sowing seed like parsnip and carrot, I do like to fill the drill with a little bit of compost. So I'm just going to go ahead and just drop that in across the ground. Okay, so I'm going to put parsnip in. I've decided on parsnip, so the one that I'm going for is the white gem from Wilco. And parsnip seed doesn't save from year to year, so I'm probably going to look to get, depending on how many seeds are in the packet, this row complete with what I've got in here, because they are notoriously difficult to germinate as well. So we'll look to get these in. Okay, so there's the seed, and we'll just start to drop these in from the end all the way down. I'm going to drop them in just in where I want them to grow, so probably 6-7 inches apart, and I'm dropping between 8 and 12 seeds per station. Okay, so hopefully you can see there what I've done. Okay, and just to finish this off now, just going to do a light sowing over the top. Okay, so I'll just water the line, then get the label in, and that's them done. Well, today's hot, guys. It's absolutely boiling. Sun's out, it's just after 10 o'clock, and it's just crazy, this heat. But it's good, it's really good. I brought some more seeds down. I brought some beetroot and some carrot, which I wanted to get in today, to be fair. But what I need to do is I need to dig out the rest of the Allotment and root bed. So I'm going to struggle to get that done all today, I think. But you know, I've got the Brussels in, got the parsnip in as well, so that's pretty good. Okay, guys, we've gone for it. So got another drill in, same process, dug down and kind of loosened the soil. And what I'm going to do now is get some beetroot in. What I've gone for this year, for here, is the rainbow beet. So it's a mix, 5 different, looks like there's Chioggia, golden, maybe Baltardi, and obviously the white one, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, so what we'll do is exactly the same. I'm going to fill the line with compost, drop in 4 or 5 seeds every 6 inches, and then cover again with the compost. So that's what's going in here. It's the rainbow beet, Thompson and Morgan beetroot. Right, okay guys, so the parsnip and beetroot are in, which I'm pleased about, but obviously I wanted to get the carrot in, so I've decided I'm going to use one of my buckets. I've got 2 left, so I'm going to use one, not the most cost effective way, but fill it with compost and get some carrots sown, and that'll be interesting to see how they grow in comparison obviously into the ground when I do get them sown this week. So again, I've got potatoes in the ground and potatoes in buckets. I'm going to do the same with carrots, so we'll look to get some of these set now. Okay, so the carrots going in, it's just a cheap packet from B&Q. On the back it is carrot Amsterdam 3, and it says these can be sown from February all the way through till July, so we'll get these in. The seed, I'm just going to sprinkle very lightly. Right, okay guys, that's it for this morning down at the allotment. So managed to get in the parsnips, managed to get in raw beetroot, got in 8 of the Brussels, which I'm just about to cover over now with the net, just to make sure the pigeons don't get a hold of them, and the tub of carrots. So for a warm day I've got quite a bit done. I did want to get a row of carrots in the ground this week, but it still might happen. I've got a bit of time, maybe in between work, so can potentially get it done then. But yeah, quite happy. So what I'm going to do now is, because the sun's out and it's absolutely baking now, it's getting towards lunchtime, is nip home, get a few bits done. Like I said, I've got some more peas, etc., that I want to get into the ground, so get into the modules, sorry. So I'll get them done, get them set at home, just dive out of this sun for a little while and see if this rain comes tonight, which it's forecast. So if not, I'll nip back over and just water everything and just give everything a bit of a drink. So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, and see you next week.